Hello everyone. Hold on, let me just move this. Hello everyone. This is Genix with GenixArt, and ooh, I added an S to that. GenixArt. You know, it's kind of interesting with my brand name, Genix. It's kind of like, is it spelled with a G-E? Is it spelled G-E-N-I-S? It's G-E-N-I-X. X. You know what I'm saying? I just, don't mind me guys, I'm just kind of like, it's 12:30 a.m. right now, and I honestly was like, I'm just gonna go to bed, but I was like, no, I want to try and film an episode real quickly, but I'm not gonna be working on this. I'm actually gonna be closing out on some of my stuff, and I'll probably be done by like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. But like yesterday I was up until 2 just working on art, just slowly but surely doing everything that I can. And yeah, it was a fun time last night. Let's see. And I wasn't working on this, I was working on some vector illustrations. And I'm about to like pull those up again, so give me a moment guys. But first I want to say, like, I know it's been a minute since I actually like did a couple of episodes. Like, one thing I do want to say, the past couple of weeks have just been weird. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys know like what the freak happened. I mean, Y'all know what happened last week. It was somebody got unalived, you know, last week, and I just was like not even in the mood to like really like promote my shit or do any videos. I just wanted to just honestly will say like I have been consuming a lot of social media, which is on the contrary. I probably shouldn't have been doing that, but you know, I was, and because honestly something major like that, and I'm going to be careful with what I say because again we have censorship, like major censorship, so you know, if you know who I'm talking about, you know, and you know, I'm not gonna like purposely just say the person's name because, you know, people, I don't want my channel to go down and all that shit. I'd like to continue with my page, continue with my YouTube page. I would like that. But I will say this though, and this is what I know I can say. We live in, okay, so, and now take this, I'm going to try and code this in a way that just does not get me in trouble. Let's just say that we don't know who really owns what. I mean, you know, let's just say that there are some funny things going on, and honestly, the people don't know. Oh God, this is so hard to really say because I mean I analyze stuff from the left and right, and I try to, you know, with my chaotic mind, I try to like, you know, make sense of it all. And then, you know, of course, if I'm thinking about some stuff and I'm filming, I'm gonna talk to you guys about it because, you know, why the hell not? But yeah, it was just, okay, so back to what I was trying to say about, you know, okay, I'll say it, this country, right, it's very much turning into something that, like, I kind of predicted, although I kind of definitely feared. So, you know, and it's so interesting to just see certain people just kind of just be blind to certain things, and I don't know, it's just, we live in an interesting time. I'm trying to not be afraid. I'm trying not to. And honestly, I'm not. I know that we'll all be fine, but we're gonna be in for some turbulent shit. Like, it's basically kind of like, I mean, if you don't follow this, and if you don't follow astrology or anything, it's written in the stars. Let's just say that astrologers have been kind of going a little bit crazy because of what's been going on, and especially last week. But all I'm gonna say is, like, there are gonna be some crazy shit, and I know I've done like a tarot reading that said, like, kind of was alluding to how, and this was actually, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago when I did this tarot reading, but it was more so like this, that right now we're kind of living in the golden time where things are okay, but it can quickly turn into shit. And I don't know if I said that. I don't know if I actually said that, like, directly. Like, I don't know if I really, like, full on just said, like, oh yeah, like, shit's gonna hit the fan real quick. I didn't, like, I'm not that, okay, I want to say I'm good, but I'm not that good. But like I said, I just said, like, 2 or 3 weeks, like, just think of it like this. 2 or 3 weeks ago, things were probably better than what they are now. That's basically what I was saying. Like, things are better. Now we're 3 weeks in, 3 weeks after that whole thing, and we see that craziness is erupting. But truthfully, like, honestly, we really did have, like, a sort of okay-ish sort of August month. It's September right now. Yeah, August wasn't really that chaotic, I don't think. I have to look back, because you know how it is. It just seems like there's one thing after another, right? And then, next week there's, this happening and this happened, and it's just a lot. But back to what I was trying to say in regards to, like, the whole Charlie, you know what? I'm trying not to say his name. CK, we'll just call him CK in regards to CK. He was speaking up about some things, let's just say a certain empire, our empire, the USA, may not actually be owned by, we don't own, basically, the USA does not own the USA. There's and again, I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it in a way where hopefully people will understand. Essentially, there is a nation that's in the Middle East that basically they say that they own this here, which is the reason why we don't get, like, a lot of healthcare, or the healthcare that we really need. Like, we don't really get that here. But over in this nation, like, basically we're taking care of them. We're paying for everything there, even universal health care, which we can't get here in the United States. Take that with what you will, and again, I am being a little bit vague. Look, just watch some Candace Owens videos, watch some of that. You don't have to agree with her. Hell, I would even say watch a little bit of CK's videos, you know what I'm saying? Watch a little bit of his videos, take your opinions out the window, and really just listen to what they have to say about specific topics. I don't listen to certain topics that, Candace Owens be talking about, but yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna continue being on this subject because again, that me saying what I said, that was me doing my due diligence. I'm not going to talk about politics that much after that. In regards to that, like I'm not, because let's just say like you can get into a lot of trouble if you just say specific nation. You know, if you criticize this specific nation, you know, you could get. I mean, like literally, there are laws that are being passed right now. So all you have to do is just look. God, people. I didn't think that we would be in. Well, I predicted this, but I didn't predict this. You know what I'm saying? I knew we were gonna be in some crazy shit in my fucking lifetime, and I just knew it. I was like, fuck. And here we are. And all I'm gonna say is this: some of you guys, you know, let me not say it. Let's just say, okay, I'll just say it. We allowed this to happen. We did, you know, and people actually voted for certain people, and you know, well, I mean, I'm just gonna say, some creators are saying that they're mad. I'm not mad. I just think that a lot of people were just ignorant with their choices. And I'm trying to be nice with the things that I'm saying. Oh God, I did not expect this episode to be me talking about some shit like this. I'm supposed to be talking about art and all that stuff, but hopefully you guys can enjoy my rants, enjoy my mad, crazy rants from this crazy person. Don't worry about me, you know. Don't worry, I'm just a lowly psychic witch, just doing my art. I'm not saying anything that's problematic. But all I gotta say is just be careful, especially with how divisive this country is, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. And I'm trying to say this to myself, but clearly some forces within me are like, no, continue working on this art piece. I'm like, damn it. Oh God. That looks good. And actually, I'm about to save this real quick. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a break. And I'm trying to reroute with the topics that I'm going to be talking about. Or if y'all want me to shut up, just maybe make a comment on one of my videos and say shut up, stop talking and just draw. I'm okay with that too. One thing I do want to say before like I switch up is, and this is definitely art related, if you're an artist and you are just like sometimes this is something I've been dealing with. So if you're an artist and you've been dealing with like, oh my God, there's so much I gotta do, and you know, and then it's like, why am I doing this? If you're an artist, if you're an young artist and you're drawing something that's very complex, I get it. I've been there. I will say this: there are things that you can mimic, break things down into parts, of course. Break them down, like break down whatever complex shape into like, you know, just its basic forms. Like, I don't know, I'm going to use Apollo, my dear god Apollo, Greek god Apollo, right? So, you can do, so you know how he has this face, right? So, basically, with the human figure, you can draw multiple circles, right? Like, this is a complex sort of image, right? Circle, maybe just draw a circle, or you can even do like a square or whatever for the chest, smaller square for the little bit of the stomach, torso area, and then again break them down. Now, of course, like you're going to be erasing some of the stuff, some of the edges. You know, it could be a long oval for the legs, oval for the arms, you know, circle for the hands, because you know that's you know, circle for the hands, because, well, actually you can actually do a square, I think. You can do a square for the hands. Do however you want. Like, it does not have to just be circles. You can probably have done this and with like a triangle or something. I don't know. But anyways, if you're having issues with complexity, remember to break these things down into simplistic shapes and forms. Alright. Give me a moment. I'm going to try and get to my stuff. Okay, I'm just going to do this. And I'm definitely going to be I'm definitely going to be turning everything off around 1 o'clock, so I am watching that clock. And honestly, I think this may be a short episode. Honestly, it's going to take me a while to do this stuff. Let me just look and see. Okay. Ooh, no. Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm like, where's my shit? Alright. There we go. Looky here. We got my little character here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take a while. Dear God. Oh shit. And look, y'all know me, I'm gonna drop these F-bombs, so, you know, leave me alone with that. Okay, let me drop the F-bombs. I'm grown. I'm grown, damn it. not sure about this. Cancel. I may have to think about these braids for a minute. Oh my god, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to like revisit the hair situation. Like, probably not right now. Because I'm self-conscious as fuck right now. And then of course, and I'm gonna allow y'all I'm gonna allow y'all to see my little mistakes that I have that I make here. I mean, look at this shit. Like, I totally did not do the full hat right here. So WTF, like, oh my god, like, I am so like, why did I not do that? Like, wow. Like, Jesus, man. Okay. There we go. My goal is to like basically do as much as I can. I mean, I got everything. Like, I'm not gonna say I have everything sort of like how I want it to be. Not for this one. This one's gonna take like maybe about another week or so. For me. But I'm honestly okay with that. I don't know about y'all, but I actually don't mind some of my stuff taking longer. You know, I mean, it gives me extra love and time with whatever I'm creating. So, oh my god. Also, greater chances of me going insane, so that's going to be fun. Oh, one thing I do want to say, guys, if you're still listening, okay, so I did talk about how complexity, if you have complex stuff that you're dealing with in terms of like art, not like life shit, see a psychiatrist, not psychiatrist, see a psychologist, see a therapist. If you're dealing with hard shit, I am not, look, I've realized this about myself, I am not that nurturing, so I will say, if you know, I can say some comforting words, but like, look, go talk to a friend, go speak to somebody. Okay, enough of that whole whatever I'm saying. Enough of that. Anyway, so if you have like, again, complex work that you have to do. Sometimes it's just better to just like be kind of detached from, I heard this, be it detached from like, of course, be detached from the results. I mean, that helps with like manifestation and stuff like that, when you're just hyper focused and you're not really caring about the things around you and shit like that, right? The best thing to do is to understand that, okay, I have a lot to do, right? like for me, I have a good amount to do right here with this art piece. But I also have to remember, like, okay, like, what is the plan? Okay, I can just work on this thing before and after work. That's cool. Alright, how, okay, I'm only able to work, maybe. I'm gonna give y'all a weird, I guess you could say a weird rate for my how I create, my speed of how I create. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes per mile or something. I don't know. I'm not really speedy. That's my only thing. I will admit, I am not that speedy when it comes to, like, projects. But I don't know, I think I also do have a strength where, yeah, I may not be the fastest, or maybe I am pretty fast. I don't know. I have to really, really, really see and check. But even if you're not that fast, progress is progress, right? Like, if you got a project and you're trying to get it done and everything, of course, break it up into chunks, break it up into smaller parts. Maybe not break it up into chunks, not charts, chunks. Maybe don't do that, but definitely break them up into small parts. Actually, you could just do them as, you could do it as like a chunks. It's like, think about it in this perspective, like, I'm having to do this, right? And I'd like to get this to, like, my cousin and her see it. I mean, it was actually her birthday, but of course it wasn't, I'm not done. Didn't know she was a Virgo, though, so, it's kind of cool. Virgo season. So I'm working on this, right? And this has 3 parts, and I'm creating these things that are going on top of the characters. Then I have this. And honestly, I can't do these in like a day. This is going to take like weeks. And then, knowing me, I bounce from one project to another. I prefer to do things that way. That's just me, and that's just how I am. And if you have a problem with it, well, that's between you and God, right? But anyway, like I said, like, break things down into digestible, digestible chunks. Just go ahead and just do things in digestible chunks. Digestible chunks. Oh God, I can't. Oh God, my mouth is gonna get me in trouble. Let me just knock on wood. Not junks, chunks. Break your shit into chunks. Oh my God, that even the image right there. Break your shit down, right? Break the art project down, right? My God, I feel like I need to have like a script or something. Break it up into chunks. And, be realistic about your, like, how fast you go, right? Of course, try to go a little bit faster, but also I don't like rushing art. Some people don't mind rushing art. I'm not really a fan of rushing my art personally. Like, you clearly see with how I'm, like, taking my time with doing these projects, when other people will probably be like Speedy Gonzalez, but hey, I'm kind of new to all this, so there's that. But yeah, break things down. Don't get too obsessed with the deadline. But do give yourself a deadline. Like, I will say, they say it's better to have a deadline, but But I will say, like, definitely break things down. Don't get overwhelmed. If you're trying to do something all within like a span of, I don't know, if you're trying to do something in like a day, like try to make an art piece in a day, good luck. Good luck. I mean, people can do it. It's just, I like to plan things out. I like to think a little bit. I like to let my mind marinate with whatever ideas are brimming, or just, you know, like I like to think on my own time. I don't like to be fucking rushed. So to expand on what I was saying, like, you know, this, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can't remember. I think honestly, in general, like, this will help give you young artists that are trying to like go crazy and make art really fast. Which, if that's what you want to do, go for it. Like, I was working on this. I was working on this on and off for maybe, what is it, 4 or 5 months. Most people be like, what, 4 or 5 months? But it's like, well, yeah. I think it's about 4 or 5 months. You know, but my thing is, no one's really paying me. No one's really paying me, so I'm just doing it. So, but is this something that I do like doing? I do like creating. So. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to connect this with this. There we go. Whee! did say it was gonna be like around 1 o'clock when I'm just gonna like stop a little bit. But let me look and see. I want to make sure. Okay, it is about 30. It is about 30 minutes. 36 minutes. That's the total time. So there's that. And I'm oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, and everything's gonna freaking be amazing tomorrow. I'm claiming it. Let's see. And you guys see how I'm still working. I don't know if this is like what's considered flow state. I don't know. We'll see, but I do like doing this. I do like drawing, putting on the camera, and then just performing a little performance for you guys. Just kidding. It's not really a performance. This is me just trying to get through this. Okay. I want this to go up top. There we go. I definitely want something that's a little bit darker. That works for me, I guess. Alright. Actually, let me not do this to her. Let me not do this to this bitch. She deserves to have two eyes. She absolutely does deserve to have two eyes. I will say I'm gonna have to do this a little bit and then rotate it. Alright. Oh, okay. There she is. She's looking a little bit better. Oh, fuck it. I'm just gonna go and just add the eye right here. Fuck it. I'm trying to do better with, like, being more actionable, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Shit. Okay, there it is. Ah, no. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, guys, so I don't know what happened to my damn toolbar. Oh, shit. You know what? I fucked up. You know what? Okay, guys. So I think nope. Nope. Never mind. I thought I fucked up. What does I have to do? Reset essentials? Oh, God. Damn it. See, sometimes this happens and then I have to, like, get back to where... Let's see. I love how this just happens. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to bore you guys with, like, things were kind of messed up for a little bit and I had to, like, reset my essentials thing, and, you know, my workspace is basically basic now. Now I gotta figure out how to get it back to where it was, where it's like, where I had more tools at my tool belt. I'm not gonna, like, bore you guys with that. I'm gonna figure it out, don't worry. We'll be back, but, let's see. But let me just finish this, because let me just see. Okay. Just see what this looks like. Y'all can at least see this. Okay, there we go. It's not perfect, but I need to see something. Okay. I just need to see something. Okay. Okay, I like that direction. Okay. Alright, guys. I had to do that, and then y'all saw me kind of go a little bit crazy for a minute. Actually, hold on. Oh! Okay, we got it. There we go. I figured it out. Okay, so you saw, oh my gosh. So you saw how I just figured that shit out. Oh my god. I swear, sometimes, like, just being in my 30s and then dealing with technology, it's like, God. But then I have to tell myself and reassure myself that I got this, I'm able to handle this technology, and it's just practice, right? And if anybody's like me that gets kind of a little bit intimidated, I know I'm a millennial, but I still sometimes get intimidated by computers. You know, just take it one day at a time. You got this. Or heck, even if you're not a millennial, maybe you're a Gen Xer, baby boomer. I don't know any baby boomers that would find my stuff to be entertaining, but hello, hi, baby boomer. And then here I go again. See, I was just gonna close this shit out. Now I'm like, no, I want to do this. But after this, I'm gonna close out. After this, I'm gonna close out. Yeah, no, yes. Oh my god. Alright. But anyways, that's enough fun for right now. Definitely, I think this episode's been like 40 minutes or so. Trying to make sure I'm in frame of the freaking camera. But yeah, I hope everyone's managing. I like to close out and just talk to you guys for a little bit, but I really do hope people are, whoever's watching this is actually doing well, that they are, trying to mitigate all this like craziness that we're dealing with, right? I just want to make sure, give me a moment. I just want to make sure that I just want to make sure that everyone that is watching this, I just hope like people don't give into despair, no matter what situation, no matter what you're seeing on the news. Try not to give into despair, but I will say this, and I feel like it is my responsibility to at least say something that for humanity. And honestly, the one thing I can just say is this, like, being kind of like, I still would consider myself a little bit liberal, but I look at both sides. I look at Republican, conservative talking points. I watch them. I watch the 2-hour videos. I listen to them while I'm at work. Trying not to, I'm trying to not really absorb too much of what they're saying and try not to get triggered, right? And honestly, that's what you have to do in order to really, that's what you kind of have to do, but people, I feel like, are not willing to do that. They're not willing to actually sit through a whole conversation of, like, say, if they're a Democrat, they're not going to be able to sit through a whole, like, well, maybe they can. They definitely can. They definitely should, and I think that people should definitely be looking at conservative talking points. I think that, and vice versa. I mean, in order for people to really understand the other side, they have to consume the media of the other side. And what I think is so interesting, and this is just me being real, like, it's so interesting how both sides will point the finger into so many directions, and then even after, like, CK basically got unalived, it's so interesting how how everything just seemed very much orchestrated, planned out. Everything was just a little bit too neat. People really need to look at the evidence of a lot of that stuff. People really do need to look at the evidence, and really look at it with a critical eye, or at least try to listen to somebody that isn't going to, that you don't normally listen to, right? I do think people should be able to listen to other people's opinions that may differ from them, right? Like, I think so. I think that's the only way that we're really gonna, like, make sense of everything. But I also will say this, also, guard yourself in terms of, like, make sure you're not overstimulating yourself with news media. Go out into nature. Like, I will say things are kind of getting a little bit scary, but make sure you do go out into nature. Make sure you are connecting with Earth, grounding, all that stuff. Make sure that you're actually kind of like, make sure you're feeding yourself a good amount of good energy as well, like whether it comes in the form of like watching your favorite cartoon while also eating pancakes or something and being like a little kid. Sometimes that's healing, especially now, especially with all that's going on. Oh gosh, you know, it is very, very interesting just to see how everything is just sort of just happening right now. And there's nothing else that really I can say other than a lot of things are happening right now. You know, just be safe. Just be safe. You know, be locked in if you got projects. Also, I would encourage people, like, it may be a little bit too late, but like, you know, maybe next year at least buying some seeds, because you don't know what this, you don't know how things can really go. Start gardening, learn how to garden, you know, buy books on gardening, you know, now we're kind of getting a little bit too far into maybe the fear, the current of fear that maybe I'm tapping into. But no, it's just, things are kind of weird, you know, things are definitely kind of weird. Like, I definitely know at my job I've been seeing a lot of people buying like generators and stuff, so I mean, people are getting prepared, and you know, I do see the stuff. I do see like what people are actually buying, and it's like, oh wow. And I noticed that there is definitely an uptick on generators, definitely an uptick on survival stuff, because people don't even know what's going to happen, like quite literally. So, you know, and a lot of people are calling, and this is a crazy thing, and I'm going to close this out because this is getting a little bit too long. I just think it's just really weird that you got people, and I'm going to pick on the right, as soon as like CK just basically just got unalived, it was really disheartening to just see like people on the right, and I had to get rid of somebody, and it was just the very fact that it almost seemed like warmongering, just like they're like, this person was ready for war, ready to, you know, like ready to do some type of resistance. I don't know what it was. I don't think he would like go and shoot like a random liberal or something, but I just think people just have to be very careful with the language, especially when you're talking about like, oh, you know, they did this to us, you know, we're gonna retaliate, and we're gonna give them fire and fury or whatever, and you know, and then just calling for retribution and revenge. And I have to ask myself, like, does this really sound like a party where it is that are based on the teachings of Christ? I don't know. It's just, you guys tell me, what do you think? Because I know some people that have kind of voted for this, and I try to be a little bit more open-minded, but you know, let me know what your thoughts are, because I gotta go to bed and I gotta go to work tomorrow, and I gotta get this video uploaded, and it's basically 50 minutes now, I'm pretty sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm closing out because I don't want this video to end on a depressing note, even though like this world just is a little bit crazy right now. But stay true to yourself. Always call on your ancestors. You know, call on protective forces. Pray a little bit. Pray to God. And try not to be super duper judgmental to other people, because again, there are forces out there that want us to fight amongst each other till we take ourselves out. You know. So, but I think that the human species is way smarter than, you know, these people that are the one percenters, or the people that are orchestrating things, or the tech bros. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I know, like, things seem very, very depressing, right? But I do believe in karma. I do believe in spiritual law, spiritual forces. You know, again, I do believe, like, you know, even though that you have some people that do want certain things to happen to certain human beings, I do think that there is a level of protection. There is a level of, like, you know, guardianship. I do think that, you know, there is protection. Be calling on that protection. I encourage people that are watching this, if you are a little bit spiritual, you know, light a candle. Just think about protection, and think about a veil of protection, a sphere of protection surrounding you and your family. But also just be aware of your surroundings, and also be careful with political debate. Absolutely. Just be careful with online discourse. Be careful with online discourse. That's a big one that I think, because you got people that literally can look at your profile and see where you live. And then if you look at how Instagram has this new feature where you post something, somebody, you know, you can have a stalker, and next thing you know, they see your location on Instagram. I don't know. I know that there is a new feature on Instagram, but, like, with how things are happening, like, people can get information on you, like, just by going on a social media app. I literally looked at certain things, and yeah, like, you can actually look at certain people's profiles on a map. I think they may have gotten rid of that feature on social media, but it's just do your due diligence. Try not to get too much into political debates. Be civil, because again, people are crazy out here in these streets. But anyways, guys, it is 1:28, and this is probably maybe an hour now. This video, probably 50 minutes, probably an hour. Who knows? Anyways, you all have a good night. I hope you have a good day. I hope that you're having a good day, and if you're not having a good day, I hope that it gets better for you. Remember that you can manipulate your own reality. You can make that day better. So, you know, you have that power to do so, and I'm here to remind you of that. Even though apparently, just me and talking, I'm struggling with talking right now, but not trying to manifest more of that on myself. I want to try and manifest myself to just speak more clearly. That may be a goal, who knows? But I feel like I do well. It's late at night, guys, so, and my mind is, if you saw that, me being dramatic. Anyways, I think I embarrassed myself enough, so toodaloo on the next one. Oh shit, it is an hour. Oh my god.